Let me give you a little backstory. This place was huge in the 80s with the kids.
You're here with the Mouse Vibes, and we're back at Universal Studios Hollywood for another Halloween Horror Nights update.
We're going to have so much fun together.
We're a little over a month away from the opening night of Halloween Horror Nights. And this year guarantees to be the scariest event in years.
Why? Because we have 7 of the 8 houses revealed, a soundtrack drop, and a small look into what food to expect at Halloween Horror Nights.
But wait, there's more!
We have our headliner for this year's event.
To watch at Universal Halloween Horror Nights, featuring 5 nights at Freddy's.
This teaser has us so hyped. You can see a video game controller, an open pizza box, a 5 Nights at Freddy's movie poster, and if you look at the clock, it turns from 5:59 a.m. to 6 a.m., which means we did survive the night. Remember when Horror Nights said that 5 Nights at Freddy's was coming to the event in a whole new way? Well, we have confirmation that it is indeed a house, which means I don't need to have a meltdown.
I'm not gonna do what you all think I'm gonna do, which is just flip out!
The house will be based on the 2023 smash film 5 Nights at Freddy's, and guests will follow in Mike's footsteps as he tries to survive the night security march.
Hello?
Okay, that means we're going inside of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. But it's not just Freddy who's gonna terrorize guests. Bonnie, Chica, Foxy, and Cupcake will also be represented in this house. And as we previously speculated, we do believe that the whole new way is in fact that Jim Henson's Creature Shop is bringing these huge lifelike animatronics and puppets to life inside of this house.
They've had Jim Henson Studios create these puppets.
And all the animatronics.
This house will be located inside of Soundstage 15, which makes a lot of sense. This is the headliner for the event, and these sets will be huge.
Big, huge.
Just think of all the space that they're gonna need to 1, house all these huge animatronics and puppets, and 2, build a whole Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria with the stage for them to perform, which is what we want, right? To see the Fazbear Band perform in all their glory.
This is
The best thing you've seen in your entire life.
Another scene we do hope we get to see is someone getting a torture Freddy head kill.
I misread you. You're sick.
Which is a murder device used by William Afton in the films. And because this house is based on the film, do you think there'll be a room that's dressed as the forest with the little spooky kids? Because a lot of the film is Mike having flashbacks to try and find out how his brother got abducted.
Did you see who took my brother?
5 Nights seems to be the biggest draw for HHN and what everyone is most excited for. Are you excited for this to come to HHN? Why or why not? Let us know in the comments. We have the first round of 5 Nights at Freddy's merch available at HHN. Okay, this is adorable. I love it so much. We have the TV that says Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights 2025, and there's a 1 a.m., 5 a.m., and it looks like 6 a.m. timestamp on the TV. If you guys played the original FNAF games, you know that you need to get out of there by 6 a.m. And after 6 a.m., if you survive, that's when you complete the level. 5 Nights at Freddy's until 6 a.m. This is awesome. This is gonna run you $33. And then on the back this year, it says Halloween Horror Nights 2025. It is not on the sleeve, it is on the back of the shirt. So if you're a woman with long hair, no one will be able to see it, but if you wear it in a high pony, then people will be able to see it.
Cool. Yeah, it is cool.
A very dumb little note, but I think about these things. I love this. And they do take your annual pass discount if you're an AP member here at the park. I never want to say I told you so because I feel like that's so annoying, but I told you so. That Freddy Fazbear was gonna be the main focal point of the mural. And you can finally get his little vinyl puzzle piece to complete your mural, and this is gonna run you $8, but something, and it's not even that deep, but check this out, you guys. This is actually on the big mural, he's mirrored. So it's like 2 different ones. But I'm honestly wondering, for the biggest Halloween Horror Nights fan, like, how do we buy that one? Like, I don't want a little one, I want a big one.
Well, that guy got one, right? Give me one of them big ones, I don't care.
Not only is the main focal point of the mural Freddy Fazbear available, but all 5 icons for this year's mural are available. And the second Halloween Horror Nights actually starts. These are gonna fly off the shelves, so come get them. You're gonna have the Ghoul, you're gonna have Jason from Jason Universe, Art the Clown from Terrifier, and then you're gonna have the Fiend from WWE from The Wyatt Sicks. So All of these are available.
And this might be obvious, but the reason there's only 5 and not 8, because there's actually 8 haunted houses at Universal Studios Hollywood, is because these are the shared IP between Universal Orlando and Universal Studios Hollywood. So these 5 IPs will be found at both coasts, so don't miss out on that.
You should feel good about that.
Us HHN fans are eating good because we just got served a double feature.
Two times.
The final shared IP just got revealed.
You suffer in solitude.
Live the horror you love to watch at Universal Halloween Horror Nights.
Okay, Horror Nights fans, get ready to rumble, literally, because the Wyatt Sicks is coming to Horror Nights.
Let the Wyatt Sicks be your guide. All you have to do is follow.
Listen, I won't pretend to know a lot about wrestling, but that's what Google is for. In this teaser, there are 2 Wyatt Sicks posters. One is of the wrestling stable, and the other says, "Let us in." That phrase embodies the core themes and motivations of the Wyatt Sicks, which are deeply rooted in paying tribute to Bray Wyatt's vision.
Let me in.
There's a WWE sticker on the fridge, a folding chair, which in wrestling they use to bash each other over the heads. And I think below the TV, those are WWE pay-per-views from past matches. I'm not a wrestling girly, but I am a fangirl, and the WWE community is filled with those. Woo!
That's right.
So after doing a deep dive on this, I'm really excited for this house to come to life. It also makes me happy to see others happy. It just seems like a special way to honor the late Bray Wyatt and have fans come and celebrate all things they love about the Wyatt Sicks while also getting scared.
The reckoning is here. Run.
How did you guys feel when this was first announced? Are you stoked for a WWE house to make an appearance at this year's event? Are you not really into it?
Everybody knows wrestling's fake.
Let us know in the comments.
Does that feel fake?
But this isn't the WWE's first appearance at Horror Nights. The last WWE-themed HHN house, Undertaker No Mercy, was at the event in 2000.
Here we are, Universal Studios Hollywood for Halloween Horror Nights, and we're checking out the new Undertaker No Mercy maze.
And had fan favorite characters like The Undertaker, Paul Bearer, and Kane. And while we know wrestling isn't for everyone, we gotta break down some of the stats on how popular it is worldwide. According to Yahoo Sports, WWE Friday Night SmackDown averages 2 million viewers per episode.
If you can handle that, give me a hell yeah.
Hell yeah!
All right.
WWE Raw on Netflix premiered to 3.6 million viewers and ranked top 10 in Netflix shows upon its debut. And in 2024, WWE as a whole brought in $1.3 billion in revenue. Billion with the B. It's popular.
It's a lot of quiche.
So Orlando is getting a soundstage for this house, and we're getting it right behind Jurassic World The Ride. I obviously would have preferred Soundstage 12, but does this mean ours is going to be smaller? Will it not be as grandiose? Obviously, we have no idea because we've never had a house at this location, but let us know in the comments what you guys think.
Honestly, I'm a bit worried. I have no idea what to expect. It is a tent. Hopefully it's going to be good. I'm really excited for WWE to come to Halloween Horror Nights, but judging just from the floor plan, I don't know.
I'm guessing this is going to be the line queue, and while it is hot during haunt season here in Southern California, Jurassic World The Ride doesn't get a lot of action during Halloween Horror Nights, so I have a feeling all of this will be the line queue for it. It just makes sense.
Over time, these impressions filled in with dirt, pebbles, and sand, eventually hardening
Go here into the house.
for many millions of years. Now, here's
The third house on the lower lot we've already talked about, and that's Jason Universe, located in the Mummy's Queue. Dirt Hill Watch can no longer be called the Dirt Hill Watch because it's not even a dirt hill anymore, you guys. We're pretty much there, boo. I am not a construction worker, contractor, whatever they are. I'm not a builder man, but I think I do know that they're laying this up so they can lay concrete in there. It looks great. It's gonna add so much room. And if you haven't watched our last Universal Studios Hollywood update talking about the future of this park, they are actually gonna be putting a small tent down here, and it's gonna be an event space, a corporate meeting space, what have you. But go check out that video, it's linked below. But it looks really good, and we won't be suffocating dust with construction for HHN.
If you look over here, there's like 5 different teams. The next step it looks like they're doing is setting up for rebar. Once this whole thing is set up with the rebar and the metal all the way around, then it will be time for concrete. So look for this wall to be created up here soon, and then they'll work on the floor next, which they're gonna have to address because guests will be there for Halloween Horror Nights in like a month. 1 month away.
We've been following this project for a really long time, and it's almost done. And it looks really good. And one thing that Universal does is they build things quickly. and it's awesome. Check out our last update link below for more info on that. But since our last update, we've had our final house announced on the lower lot. This one doesn't have a fancy announcement video because it's not a huge IP, but it's an original only for Universal Studios Hollywood. Scarecrow the Reaping first debuted in Orlando in 2017, then came to Hollywood in 2022, and it's now debuting for Universal Horrors Unleashed in Las Vegas. But you know what we aren't getting this year? A Universal Monsters house! Horror Nights is breaking the tradition, and we won't be seeing a Universal Monsters themed house for 2025. However, they were able to take a key ingredient from those Universal Monster houses, and that's music done by Slash. Universal announced that Slash returns to Halloween Horror Nights for his 7th year with an original score for Scarecrow, music by Slash. And this artwork is pretty sick. It's literally Slash as a Scarecrow. Okay, I'm sorry I have to be annoying real quick. This just feels a little redundant. We would love to see some newer artists in the future, and also female artists. Like, how cool would it be to get a soundtrack from her music, a Black and Filipina guitar player who absolutely rips?
She's a babe! Swings!
Or like a collab with a newer artist or female artist and Slash?
Here they can wail.
You're right. Party on.
Not saying that we don't love Slash, but it would just be nice to switch it up to something newer and more youthful and get some ladies up in there. That's all. Please don't come for me. It's just my opinion.
That's my opinion!
Okay, back to Slash. Plus, Slash, music of Universal Studios Hollywood, Halloween Horror Nights Volume 2 will be available to purchase on vinyl at Jurassic Cove. We're up here above Jurassic Outfitters at the Jurassic Cove bar area, and this is going to be one of 2 places that you can get HHN themed food at this year's event. So this year, it's actually going to be themed to Slash.
And if you're born after 1988, Slash from Guns N' Roses. That's who we're talking about, Slash. Top hat, curly hair, sunglasses, Slash.
Yeah, it's gonna be themed to Slash. Rock on, brother. I don't know why I did that, it just felt really right. And let me read you guys what some of the food offerings are gonna be. They're gonna have drinks inspired by his music, including the Dance of the Dead drink, the Beautiful Dangerous, and they will have non-alcoholic options called Slash's Snake Pit, and all of that is gonna be housed up here. And they're also gonna have a menu filled with his favorite foods, so you'll be able to get chicken satay tacos, Thai beef tacos, Thai curry tacos, and there's this like really cool Slash cake that is his signature top hat. So that's pretty cool. If you guys are super into Slash, or you just really love that he's here all the time, then come eat Slash food. But I definitely want to try the Beautiful Dance drink. I have no idea what's in it. I just like that it's called the Beautiful Dance. I think that's pretty cool. But the sickest part about all this is we're gonna have a Slash zombie like stilt walker up here. And I've never seen a stilt walker upstairs, so I don't know how Homeboy's gonna like get up here. It's gonna be very cool to see, but he's gonna be walking around up here. He's gonna have Slash's hat, he's gonna have his curly dreads, and he's gonna be up here terrorizing guests. And I'm very intrigued to see how that turns out. And I think it's pretty cool that they're bringing his character to life on top of like the soundtrack and the food, and he's gonna be haunting you up here.
Hold on, the stilt walker upstairs, and he's gonna be themed to Slash. Like, when you apply to be a stilt walker for that job, do you have to be like, I can walk with stilts, I have curly hair, and I can do hefty guitar solos. I can do all of that whenever I want.
So heads up, in years past, if you do have Universal Express and you bop on over to this bar down here, you can actually forego the line, and I believe it's just been for Universal Express people. So that's a good tip for Halloween Horror Nights, because we know lines do get crazy and we want our drinks. On top of that, they did have characters walk around last year. They had Llorona, and she was really good. That was Llorona, right?
So we've made it over to the studio commissary, and this is going to be the second dining location on the lower lot for Halloween Horror Nights. Ashley mentioned earlier that Slash is taking over the Jurassic Cove, the other part over there. So that means that there's going to be a dining location right over here. I'm putting my bottom dollar that 5 Nights at Freddy's will be over here. Some type of pizza location should come here to the lower lot. It only makes sense, it's the headliner, and it takes place in an actual pizzeria. You can't write this, it just makes too much sense.
Listen, I'm not trying to be Debbie Downer, but you guys know that I was really looking forward to the Jurassic Cove HHN food and drink location possibly being Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. I thought it just made sense with it being the headliner, but in years past, Stranger Things was the headliner and they didn't get that big space. So it is what it is. The Slash Bar is gonna be great, especially with the stilt walker, and I'm praying that at least we get this small Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria location. We can't have Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria and not have friggin' pizza. Granted, they're not gonna have gluten-free options, so I won't be able to eat the pizza. I'll be able to smell it from everybody and bask in its stinky glory, but I'm really excited. But hopefully they'll have some like cute little drinks or little like cake pops or something, but I'm guessing 99% sure this little location will be Freddy's Pizza.
We're over at Monstrous 3, and this is gonna be a three-peat, 3 years in a row. Being from Los Angeles, it kind of reminds me of the early 2000s when the Lakers just won 3 championships in a row.
We're gonna three-peat. Can you dig it? Number 3.
And instead of 3 rings for the NBA, we get 3 years of scares here on the upper lot, all centered around Latin American culture, which is the best. Recently, well, cat's out of the bag. We've known it's Monstrous 3. The sign is out there. It's one of the only visible houses where you can read the sign. And yes, it says Monstrous. It doesn't look like a mausoleum. It looks like some type of cemetery. It's very colorful. It's like a washed out colors with yellows and blues and reds. And I'm really looking forward to this house. Recently, Universal Studios Hollywood updated their Halloween Horror Nights announcement on their website, and we have a little blurb for Monstrous 3. It says, just announced, Monstrous 3, the ghost of Latin America. It says, La Muerte leads you into the shadows, where 3 ghostly legends are ready to haunt your every step. The darkness is calling. If you're not familiar with Monstrous 3, La Muerte is basically the host of this house every single year. He's death, and he's the one who's guiding you through this legend with 3 different monsters.
La Llorona, La Melona, and La Siguanaba await in the dark. 3 legends La Muerte wants you to meet, but you wish you never did. Apologies if I butchered that. I really tried my best to pronounce all of those correctly, so please don't come for me. But every year, this is one of our favorite houses, and if you've seen some of our old Halloween Horror Nights videos, you know that the wall scares get me every single time. What is that? I don't want to do it. This is the house that is filled with wall scares. You think that there's like a cute little photo of like a little skeleton guy, and then you walk by feeling like you're safe, and then he comes out and attacks you, and it gets me every single time. Okay. Sorry. I'm back in the game. But it's like, at first I was like, oh, this is kind of redundant, but this house is legendary, and why not have 3 in a row? I know they're gonna mix it up, they're gonna spice it up, it's gonna be a little bit different, and it's gonna be super fun, and I'm really excited for this house. But every single year, death sitting out front, it freaks me out. It gets me, it's terrifying. And I am not ready to meet La Llorona again. I hated her as a kid, and I hate her as an adult.
Okay, La Llorona is back, and this feels like her 3rd appearance here. She's had this entire space for her own house. We love that. She's spooky as heck. If you're a child, I would not recommend going in this. She targets children. And La Muerte, let's just talk about La Muerte. He's a legend here at Halloween Horror Nights Hollywood. 3rd year in a row coming here. If he has his bag of bones with him, I'm gonna lose my mind. How do we get La Muerte merch here at Hollywood? I feel like we need something. Maybe like, I don't know, what are those icons called? Come over here, Ash, we can both get in this.
I will say this, just to comment on the merch here at Halloween Horror Nights. I really wish that the original houses got their own piece of merch and it wasn't just plastered on a t-shirt with all of the houses. Like, I know it's probably more cost efficient to have one big event shirt, but I just wish they had a Monstrous shirt or a Monstrous 3-piece shirt, because I just feel like that's cool and it's so niche, and I feel like fans would really appreciate that. Comment below if you agree with me or if you think I'm being silly and it's not even that deep. The only confirmed house on the Curious George parking lot is Terrifier. Art the Clown is officially coming to Halloween Horror Nights, and fans seem pretty pumped for this one. This house is said to bring the horror back into Horror Nights. The independent Terrifier franchise is known for its graphic violence and fictional character Art the Clown, created by Damien Leone. So Art the Clown is a demonic serial killer with mime-like qualities, known for terrorizing Miles County, New York on Halloween and Christmas nights. He tortures and murders his victim in cruel and sinister ways. The franchise has seen increasing box office success with each installment, and the latest film became the highest grossing unrated film of all time with over $90 million in revenue. Universal Creative says that we will need a poncho, meaning guests can expect to get wet. And the house will have 2 paths, a wet and a dry path. Okay, for years, HHN fans have said the event is more fun than scary. What happened to the terror of the event, the blood, the gore? The event needs to be scarier. Will this be the house to finally bring the horror back to Horror Nights? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. And the last and final house will also be on the Curious George parking lot. And while this house hasn't been officially announced by Halloween Horror Nights, we're almost certain that this is the house from Poltergeist. We can expect an official announcement and details for this house to be revealed on August 17th at the world's largest haunt and horror convention in the world, MidSummer Scream. And speaking of MidSummer Scream, we should also be getting the details for Monstrous 3 and Scarecrow.
All right, that's gonna wrap up our day and our update here at Universal Studios Hollywood. We're about a month away from Halloween Horror Nights, and I'm so excited. We have 7 of the 8 houses revealed, 3 scare zones that are rumored, the Terror Tram is on the way, and I couldn't be any more pumped. If you guys want to subscribe right now, we're gonna have a ton of spooky content coming for the rest of the season. We're gonna be at the opening night of HHN Orlando, the opening night of HHN Hollywood.
If you're new here and you like this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps us grow, and if not, thanks for stopping by.